rounds. We're going to go through a very small, subtle, calculated, I guess, measure and exercises. These are called what are like baseline progressive exercises to throw at somebody who's had a head injury, specifically a back smacking concussion, okay, where your equilibrium's off, okay, you had some whiplash, neck injuries, and concussion symptoms such as dizziness, being extra tired, maybe some emotional stress. And then as soon as you pick up the pace, like if I'm doing something too fast, it raises the heart rate, and then you gotta go sit down. Okay? I did a baseline test. Our awesome chiropractor here also did a baseline test, and we determined that it is okay to get some form of exercise going. We're gonna start on the ground, where in this position, Carrie's really gonna focus on creating proper postural awareness. Typically speaking, when you hit some areas, certain areas get tight, and the other ones want to stay jacked up to protect the system. Both of those things in a combination are going to cause reoccurring problems. So what we have to do is create more calibration and understanding of alignment of posture. Typically speaking, we're always stuck here. So we're going to work on posterior chain integration, but on a ground surface. So then she's not having to move and navigate and rotate at first. If she passes these with flying colors, then we bring it up to a standing profile losing exercise. So we're going to give you a couple sample exercises that we'll look at, and obviously Jaeger's here is going to supervise, right? Hello, Tubbs. He's pretty excited to see her recover. See his tail's going and everything. Don't sit on her head. That won't help, folks. She's going to feel better. So, anyways, we're in a brace position relative to a hip bridge. Actually, give you to slide up just a tad, Carrie, so everybody can see it. Right there. Awesome. Okay. The big thing is, even when we're in this type of profile, the tendency for most of us, an excessive lordotic curve, that leads up into the chest cavity, which causes tightness and tension in there. We have those issues present after concussion. It's just going to exacerbate symptoms. So she's going to really focus on tucking her pelvis and really pushing into my hand here, where the lower back tucked in. Yes, she's doing a good job. And then she's going to create intentional tension in the footprint to help govern that pelvis position. Likewise, her head is probably used to going back here, so now she's trying to protect here. So she's going to pull her head back. From these set profiles, or these rules, if you will, so the way back, pelvis in, she's just going to do some really light exercises where she lifts a foot and she works on how the body navigates that position. If I'm doing sets of this, I do 1 to 2 sets. These are almost checklist exercises where she's lifting and holding, seeing how her body reacts, and her goal or her job is to push her head down, shoulder blades down, and pelvis in. And you check in with yourself. You're doing this on your own. Am I getting inflamed? Am I getting stressed out? Are some of those symptoms coming back? If that's the case, you'll slowly go through this, or you simply cannot do this quite yet. Typically speaking, though, with this exercise or any of these exercises, you gotta grind through some of it. It's just if it's aggressive, right? If it's really stressful, it really hurts, back it off. These aren't very intensive exercises. After that, if she's made that progression, now maybe she's going through linear leg drives through. So she's gonna do an abdominal draw slide. So go ahead and pick one foot up, draw it out in front of you. From here, there's a bigger tendency to have this lift up, so she's gonna push her head into the ground. Okay, push her lower back in the ground, and she'll draw it back in. And as she's drawing it, she's gonna do it just above the ground, and that forces her core to activate. And it forces her pelvis to stay in that engaged position. The quicker or the higher she lifts her leg, the more likely she'll start using her quad. You just want to use the core. While she's doing that, you can see she's keeping her hands placed here for some recognition, and her elbows here, which is imperative too. After a head injury, you don't have the natural innate ability to just govern that. So it's okay if you get extra digits or extra positions of recognition or, I guess, attachment to the ground force. Again, not a lot of reps. We need about 3 to 5. After she's gone through the linear baseline test, you start adding some rotation with